And we are live! We are live! Live! All right, so we started about 10 minutes late today. It's okay though, because it's all right. Not a big deal. All right. Let's get to it. I am here, and my other partner in crime, the Mr. Rick Dom, is also here.
Yes.
All right, so right now we will talk about the Golden Week, which there's not really much to talk about, but if anyone has noticed in the past probably week or so, there hasn't really been much news coming out of Japan. A lot of that's due to the fact that it's Golden Week in Japan, and more or less it pretty much means that Japan shuts down for about a week. And everything is closed. Well, not everything is closed, but for the most part, all major things are pretty much shut down for about a week. So because of that, we haven't had any big news this week, really. So
yeah, the Ami doesn't update, and
yeah, Ami does. The big thing is the fact that Ami doesn't update. A lot of the major stores don't actually show anything, big going on. Well, before we start with the topics, let's go over a couple of notable reveals this week. Well, we'll talk about some of the reviews too, but there are some notable reveals this week that probably not big enough for there to be a topic on. First off, we had the Thailand Toy Expo this week. For those of you that care, this is the Night of Gold from 5-Star Stories, a model kit coming out for the, I think, Volks 1/100 scale series injection kit. It's pretty nice. What do you think of this, Rick, though?
It looks really sick. Really, really sick.
Yeah. The Viola, also. Just kind of go over these. The Arcus. Arcools, I believe is how you pronounce it. I could be butchering it, actually.
It's actually pronounced Michael.
Yeah, there's some really nice kits shown this week at the Thailand Toy Expo. Rick Dom, did you see any cool stuff you think at Thailand Toy Expo?
I actually have not gotten a chance to look through like full albums or anything like that, but I've seen some cool stuff,
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple cool reviews which we will get to in a little bit. This is not Thailand Toy Expo. There was also this movie monster series, Mechagodzilla, the Evangelion versus Godzilla versus Evangelion Mechagodzilla, which is Mechagodzilla more or less done in EVA 01 colors. There's 4,000 piece limited. It's going to be exclusive, obviously. So. I mean, it's pretty cool. What do you think? What do you think of this, Rick? I know you're a big EVA fan.
Man, I feel so stupid for actually wanting it. Like, I just think, like, dude, am I an idiot? Like, why do I want this?
I'm very curious about. Are we gonna get? It'd be cool if we got an SH Monster Arts, because they already have this. They've already done this guy SH Monster Arts. It'd be cool just to go and repaint him into this colors. Would you buy that?
I'd be very, very hard pressed not to.
Yeah. This one's just a vinyl, but it'd be cool if we definitely got definitely a SH Monster Arts version. I think that's definitely something we gotta get at some point. Let's just cheat here and go to check out Tag Hobby. Just kind of go through stuff. I guess for those of you who care, it looks like they just reviewed these hybrid, metal. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I'm not particularly a fan of, but Rick Dom could shed some light on these figures.
I think if I had a lot of expendable money, I would probably be pretty interested.
Yeah, these are basically like they're like super deformed, like semi super deformed, like die cast action figures. I mean, they look pretty nice.
Yeah, and Hero Cross is known for doing cool little pieces. So.
Oh yeah, Hero Cross is huge in Asia.
Yeah.
Not as huge here, but in Asia it's really big, like really big. So we'll get around to talking to some of this other stuff in a little bit. It's already part of the topic. So I also mentioned that Arcadia this week has updated their blog and there's actually new pictures of the heavy armor for the VF-Zero. It looks absolutely breathtaking. I mean, we've been waiting for this for years at this point. They never did the heavy armor for when Yamato previous released the VF-Zero, but now they're finally doing it for the Arcadia released version. So, and it's obviously designed by T-Rex.
I'm no fan of Macross, but that is pretty cool looking bulky figure.
Yeah.
The bulky mech.
Yes, he's pretty fucking big too. So, anyways, Rick, now what do we have to talk about this week?
Oh man, we have a slew of topics. You know, we have a good amount, and the first one is going to be the Shueisha Shonen Jump release calendar that people have been passing around. You know, we see a new SHF Vegeta showing up. See the Sasuke's, the Gem Itachi, variable action heroes Rob Lucci's, Nico Robin, Sanji, Gintoki, and Hijikata.
It was a really great stuff. Being actually, yeah, it was a big topic this week.
Oh yeah, it's been everybody's talking about it, passing around the list itself.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of cool new stuff. We got new series of S Cultures, big figures for One Piece. They don't actually tell you what characters are in the set yet, but they're definitely gonna probably show us at some point. We're gonna see prototypes. A lot of new stuff revealed. This is basically how a lot of guys find out about new SHF releases, not just SHF, but anything involving Shonen Jump.
Yeah, that umbrella of their titles.
So anything One Piece, Naruto, you know, Dragon Ball, My Hero Academia, you know, all that stuff, it's all here. They usually reveal it all here. Like we're getting right here, you can see there's a new PO in August. We're getting a new PO piece, One Piece SOC Sanji. Also, we're getting variable action hero new Zoro. Well, it's not new Zoro, but it's a re-release of Zoro. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new Nami. Looks like a new version of the Nami Mugiwara version too.
Was there actually something Academia related here?
Yes, they are doing the Academia DXF figures.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Let me see if it was actually shown the other day.
Oh cool.
I can actually pull it up. This is the Academia list right here. We have the DXF figure number 1, which is, you know, the main characters, and I think they're probably gonna have a couple of different characters show. Not sure if the Tag Hobby actually updated on it. It's possible they did. It's the easy one.
I mean, if you said you've seen it around, then it should be on the Tag Hobby.
Let me go to my figure collection, pull it up. There's definitely a picture of it.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm sure there's a few fans of Hero Academia watching. So.
There we go.
Oh man, that looks really sick.
So that's the figure we got of, you know,
The Deku.
The Deku. And we also have
The Midoriya.
Yep, Midoriya as well. The Katsuki.
I forget what he calls himself when he's like dressed up.
Yeah. So we have Katsuki on display. There's no date for him yet. But the Midoriya is the one.
Oh wow, and he releases pretty soon.
Yeah. He comes out 5/19 this month.
No, that's a must buy right there. When does Kachan release?
Sean comes out on June. So,
wow. Yeah.
So that's what's
Very
coming out. Those are the first prize figures. We're probably gonna get other stuff later on. We will probably cover this later.
That guy with like the jets on his legs and stuff like that. And
in addition to the other VH we also got the review. I mean, we've seen it. The prototype's been around for a while, but we're getting Boa Hancock as well.
Very well endowed.
Yeah, I believe she's actually the next one. It's not hard to find out. Let's go back to One Piece. I believe she might actually be the next one. She might not be. I don't know. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Hold something up. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff usually is shown on here. Like how you have shown and jump, you can always check the calendar and see for yourself what kind of stuff is being shown. All right. Well, there's a lot of cool stuff. We have more Jeans Freak figures coming. We have King of Artists Sanji coming, which is kind of like the it's kind of like a pseudo kind of Master Stars piece kind of line, you know, focusing on more higher level sculpts for the prize figures called King of Artists. They've done 3 figures so far. Obviously, Luffy, Ace, Law, and now we're getting Sanji. It looks like Sanji's coming out in June.
I remember the Luffy looked really sick.
Yeah, it's also big size figures. Like these figures are like 1/7 scale, pretty much. They're pretty big. Lot of plastic for the money, definitely. Yeah, there's definitely. Let's see. Unfortunately, a lot of this new stuff we actually don't have pictures of, but we can just kind of talk about it. First off, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering which Vegeta we're getting. I don't exactly know. I've asked, and they kind of were very cryptic in their answer. I mean, obviously, the popular opinion right now is the Buu Saga version of Vegeta.
I know a lot of people wondering if it's going to be that Super Saiyan 3 one that they showed on.
Yeah, the only thing is usually they mention it doesn't say Super Saiyan 3. That's kind of the reason why some people think that it might not be that one, but I'm not really sure. I mean, right here it says it right here, Super Saiyan Vegeta. I just clicked on it. Let's see if it takes us anywhere. Doesn't take us anywhere. It just takes us to the general Dragon Ball webpage, which doesn't show that figure, that new one. It just says Super Saiyan Vegeta. 52.
When was the actual date for that release?
It comes out in October, so a while.
Yeah, we're a long ways away from seeing a picture.
Yeah. We're also getting a model kit, Dragon Ball Mechanics, the Saiyajin Chamber. I don't know how
chamber?
The chamber, you know, like when they're like rejuvenating.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's 1/12 scale, like it just says right here. It also doesn't mention a price. We saw a price, but it says plastic model, so it's gonna be a model kit. But yeah, we don't know what Vegeta this is. A lot of people are wondering. Everyone's wondering Super Saiyan 3. The only thing if it was Super Saiyan 3 one, I just imagine it'd be more than 5,200 yen. That's just my opinion. So I'm guessing it's a regular Vegeta of some sort, a regular Super Saiyan Vegeta. Possibly the Buu Saga one, possibly, I don't know.
I mean, the Buu Saga one would just be, you know, the same one as the Super Saiyan 3, just a different head.
Yeah, it's the same thing with just a different head. You just do the head as a exclusive release at some point.
And this doesn't state whether it's a Tamashii Web.
No, it's not Tamashii Web. Normally, Tamashii Web will say it. It will say it right here. So it's just
wow! So this is a general.
It's just a general release, I believe.
Wow.
We're also getting a new Sasuke. This one's Tamashii Web, however. See, it says Tamashii Web right here. Tamashii Web, right here.
We don't know what Sasuke it may be.
We don't know what Sasuke is. That's Uchiha Sasuke. He's 5,500 yen plus tax. He comes out in October also. Again, I don't know exactly what it's gonna be.
Oh man, the 2 secondary characters coming out in 1 month.
Yep, the 2 rival characters, yeah. And we're also getting, you know, some other stuff. Let's see. Are we getting the Gem Itachi, the Anbu version? There's no picture of that, unfortunately, either. Doesn't mention if it's an exclusive either, so it probably is not an exclusive.
It's in the variable action heroes Gentoki and Hijikata.
Well, we'll get to that. Right now, I'm just kind of going through the list. The Gem Itachi Anbu version. We'll get to the variable action heroes. There's a lot of releases, so we'll just kind of go over that real quick. But the Gem Itachi, I can just go ahead and pull them up. A picture of them. It's not the regular Itachi, obviously. For people who don't know, I can pull up a picture of the Anbu Itachi. It's basically the younger Itachi. When he's in the Anbu, when he's like part of that elite squad. And there he is right there. There's his, right there. It's crying version. Maybe the figure will come with the crying face when the tragedy happens.
The tragedy?
So it's a more, younger, more, action, Shota version of Itachi. The Shota, So it's very cool. Hopefully, we'll see some pictures soon. It doesn't mention if it's an exclusive or a regular release. Other noteworthy things are a lot of, as Rick Dom was saying, we're getting a lot of variable action hero figures. We're getting Rob Lucci, Nico Robin, Boa Hancock, Sanji, Gintoki, and Ichigata from Gintama. In addition to the One Piece ones we're already getting, which I just said. And also, Mega Hobby Expo Spring is coming up at the end of the month on May 28th, and we're getting the first exclusive VAH figure, which is the Punk Hazard Nami. This Nami comes with some new accessories and stuff. Let me see if I can find the tab, which I had it open there. Oh, there we go. She's right here. So it comes with a different accessories like the Sanji face and stuff. Pull it up, some pictures. Do you collect the variable action heroes line, Rick, though?
I have only Luffy.
Oh yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it in an earlier episode.
Yeah, I only have the Luffy because I wanted to get the main character. Like like if they do like a Toriko, I would buy a Toriko.
Yeah.
Those main characters. I'm very tempted to get the Gintoki just because I want all the main guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's definitely they're definitely a great
just
line.
to show respect, to the male shonen leads.
Jump heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you see this Punk Hazard Nami, it's pretty essentially just a repaint of redeco / some new parts of the existing Nami VH figure. She comes with her effect. She comes with different faces. She has a different hairstyle. Her hair is tied in a ponytail. It looks like she might. No, it doesn't look like she comes with. She doesn't come with the. So basically, the only way to get the ponytail head is to go this route.
Yeah.
And again, it's an exclusive. You can get at the Mega Hobby Expo 2016 Spring, and I believe she'll probably just be the standard retail price, which you expect $77.16. Is how much? That's the yen that she's gonna cost. Some more pictures of her. Looks really nice. And then that Nami face. The Sanji face. Yeah, it's definitely for fans of this line. In my opinion, this is definitely a must buy.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. A lot of time when you look at a lot of female characters figures, especially action figures, you don't really think how sexy they are, but this one, I'm telling you, definitely is very sexy.
No, without a doubt.
Yeah. So, moving on.
Do you think that this one is going to be hard for people to obtain?
I think so, but knowing since it's Mega House, they do kind of have a distribution route in the U.S. And I think also in Europe as well. So we'll be able to. I think they will be made available in some way, but they'll be probably priced a little bit higher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's usually how it is. How these things are usually done. It's just probably be like $99.99 or something. We're getting Boa Hancock as well.
Yeah, we talked about that one already.
She looks incredible, very sexy.
Yeah, she looks very awesome.
We are getting Nico Robin to complete our girls. There's no picture of her yet or what version we're getting, what she'll be wearing, but guaranteed it's going to be sexy.
Oh, if the other two are any indication,
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Gonna be very sexy. Gonna make a lot of dicks hard, definitely. For that steamy shower, So, but anyways, we're also getting Sanji finally. You pull him up again. I'm not sure what version we're gonna get, but more than likely it'll just be whatever the default version is. So basically, so far all of the Straw Hat Pirates have pretty much been the default version, so they'll probably all be wearing default stuff. We're getting Rob Lucci as well. I'm not sure what version it will be.
Who is this guy?
He's another character.
He's got a bird with a jacket on. He means business.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a very Rick Dom character, I can tell. Especially the bird with the tie and the jacket.
I saw this, I was like, damn, this guy.
Yeah, maybe you can have to break that main character rule, huh?
Oh, man.
We never talked about these. I guess since we're already we're also getting variable action heroes, Luffy. I mean, not Luffy.
Luffy.
And Lucario.
Yeah, those are interesting.
Yeah. They're going to be based on the Pokken tournament version.
Pokken?
Yeah. So, I don't know, Rick, now you have any interest in that?
Oh, yeah, dude, I'll buy those for sure. Got to support. We're not getting anything really from the SHF line other than that Pikachu that I'm just predicting is going to do terrible.
And, of course, we talked about before, but we're getting Gintoki. Yeah, he's
very cool.
And we're getting his rival, the Hichikata. We're getting him, too.
You mean the pairing?
The pairing. He's kind of the rival. I mean, there's another guy who's technically his adversary, but I guess they're not doing him yet. But hopefully the Gintama line does well, and we'll hopefully get more guys wanting to want to get more of those figures, and we'll get more characters in that line. Hopefully.
Speaking of variable action heroes, just a question I'm throwing out there for you. Maybe the viewers would be interested in. With the franchise of Hero Academia, do you think we'd get articulated figures, and if so, what line from Bandai? Do you think? Like, if we were going to get something, which one do you think would do it? Variable action heroes, would be SHF. What do you see most likely happening?
Yeah, that's definitely a good question. That's definitely a good question. All right, I guess moving on. Before we move on, definitely you guys have an idea what you guys think we'll see. Definitely mention it.
Oh yeah,
there's definitely.
Don't be afraid to let us know where you think you'd see it.
Maybe we can even put in some suggestions for you. You never know. We do talk to these companies and stuff like that, and while we don't have necessarily like a lot of power on our own, all of us together as a fandom, we definitely do have a say. We do tilt the wheel of destiny. We do spin the wheel of destiny, if you will, and we do kind of push it and decide where where it stops and where it lands and what we can actually get made. We do have some power over that. Never think as a fan you don't have any say in that. You do. That's why
that's exactly why I'm buying this Mewtwo and Lucario. I don't need them. I have them in D-Arts form, and they're perfectly fine. But, if I want more, if I think that, I could help push the scales into getting more than just these two, then I have to buy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, it's something that that a lot of people don't always realize, but it is something that we do have a say. So if you want to, whatever you guys want to see, just make it loud, band everyone together, get everyone, all your friends, everybody to come out and just tell that's what you want. And I want this, I want these figures, these companies will at some point have to listen to you. So it is definitely something you guys want to do. Anyways, moving on to the next topic. Naruto Boruto, the next generation of Naruto, the first chapter of the manga came out this week. And let's see if I can pull it up. Boruto chapter 1. And We're not going to spend too much time on this because this is technically not really a toy discussion per se. But let's see if I can pull it up somewhere. There we go. There we go. So in this chapter, it looks like it starts off. This is essentially, this chapter pretty much covers Boruto the movie, but there's a new prologue added where we see a grown-up Boruto fighting this new character that we've never seen before, named Kawaki. I won't really go, you know, this whole thing could be a discussion. It could be an episode of this show on its own. That's how much people are talking about it. So Boruto Naruto Next Generations Chapter 1 is released. As you can see here, I'll be sending you to meet the seven. This is the English version, and this is actual translation. So this is basically kind of implying he killed Naruto. So, you know, it seems like Naruto might actually be dead. We don't know. The other thing worthy of note is the fact that if you look at Boruto, and it should be, here we go. You could see he has a scar in his eye, just like Kakashi does. And the scar in his eye, and he also has the Konoha headband, Sasuke's Konoha headband, except now, instead of just having the one slash, there's also the slash that lines up with his eye, so something crazy must have happened. This guy saying he wants to end the age of the ninja. So, yeah. I mean, you could notice right here he has the markings and stuff. If you guys do read the comic, then you guys should know what that means. Boruto also has them. So that means they both, you know, possess a certain type of ability. There's another worthy thing of note is the fact that the scar is here because it seems like he has a implanted Byakugan, as you can see right here.
Yeah.
And that would also imply that whoever he got that Byakugan from is also dead, or probably more than likely dead. Not necessarily dead, but more than likely dead. And that's it. That's right after that we see that review. It goes straight to
it opens up to him.
We jump back a few years.
Yeah, looking to the past.
Yeah. And it's caused crazy discussion online. Like, people are literally going, like I said, if we wanted to bring a couple other guys on here who, you know, I talked to about this stuff, we could literally have a 3-hour episode, 4-hour episode of us talking about this. All kinds of things. So we won't go into, but it is something of note if you are a Naruto fan. While we're on the topic, what do you guys think? Right now, obviously, the Naruto line is still kind of going, the SHF line, but in the future, would you guys love to see Boruto SHF as well? Or Boruto SH Figure Art Zero, or Naruto Figure Art Zero? I mean, we only have 3 characters from Naruto in the Naruto Figure Art Zero line. Would you guys like to see more? Maybe Figure Arts EX as well. Figure Art Zero EX would be.
Oh man, I know I would.
So, what do you think, Rick? No,
I would love to see SHF for Boruto. That would be incredible.
I think it's something we definitely will see eventually. And
well, yeah, the more this goes, you know, the one thing, you know, people should just be patient. You know, stuff like this won't happen overnight. You know.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Anyways, that's good. Moving on. What else do we have for on our topics, Rico?
All right, let's look at the topics. Oh man, the big talk. You know, finally, the Play Arts Kai knocked this one up, and people are not freaking out anymore about, no, if I didn't get the video game, you know, Ultimate Edition, I wouldn't have gotten the Noctis.
Yeah, well, he's up on AmiAmi right now, 29% off, which is a great.
It's just a different weapon, right?
Yeah. As you can see right here, these are the weapons he comes with. These are the weapons he comes with. I will also pull up what he comes with. You guys can see what the other weapon is that he comes with. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but As you can see right here, he comes with a long spear. And this one is exclusive to this version, the spear. He comes with basically the same sword, which is his main sword. And then he comes with the alternate weapon is the one that's different, which is, for this one is a spear. And I believe this is his, I think this is his main sword.
Yeah, it is.
And this one is his other sword, the alternate one. I think this is the alternate one right here. So
that alternate one is very steampunky.
Yep. I mean, the spear looks very steampunky as well. So yeah. So I mean, basically, if you want the other weapon, that's the only way you're able to get it. But if you just want the figure, he's here, and this is probably his 2 primary weapons, I assume. So, and he comes with, of course, different, extra 2 sets of hands for holding and different poses and stuff. And then definitely is a must buy. And this figure looks, I mean, breathtaking. How incredible!
Oh yeah.
Look at that sculpting, that sharpness.
I mean, we know they have the articulation.
Yeah, the articulation is going to be. I mean, look at these poses they got them in. It's very cool. Especially this one right here. This one I'm really impressed with. That pose.
Very, very awesome.
Yeah. Just like he just popped out of the game. And that head sculpt, that really sharp. Play Arts Kai usually, especially they've been getting sharper and sharper recently. So
yeah, they get sharper and sharper, and then they take their time, but the articulation does upgrade.
And
And
of course,
especially it's good that a property of theirs is going to get that great love that you would want.
It's right there. All the ladies, going to be buying this one.
Now you can pre-order the 4 homies, the 4 brothers.
And hopefully, it would be cool if we even get the car, to go with these guys.
Oh my God, man! That'd be incredible.
Really nice.
Get that car. Man, I don't know what I'd do.
Yes, like I said, it looks like this is the steampunk sword. I guess this is actually the main sword, and this is the alternate sword. Because the other one, all the pictures, he's holding this sword. So yeah, I've seen a lot of pictures in meetings where he's holding both swords and holding other weapons, not even these 2 swords. So it's kind of one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
Finally, he's up for order, guys. Definitely get him. $97.80, which means right now, at the current exchange rate, he's a bit under $100, around like $90 probably. I would definitely recommend pre-ordering him. Probably after shipping, if you ship him by himself, like $120, it would still be cheaper than buying him in the U.S. You get it earlier as well, so definitely, that's definitely one to pick up. Anyways, moving on. Is there anything you want to say about Noctis, Rick? Are you getting Noctis yourself?
Oh yeah, I pre-ordered all 4.
Oh shit! Oh man, that's awesome, man. I'm happy you get yourself a PS4 so you can play the game.
Oh man, it's coming. But now the question is, KO, do I get the PS4 or do I wait for the PS4 Neo? What are your thoughts?
Oh, actually, that's actually a very good question. Maybe now you'd be better off waiting for the PS4 Neo. That probably actually is probably better actually.
Yeah.
But there will be a price drop for the PS4, I'm sure. When
oh yeah, even better for those who don't want that, the Neo upgrade.
So that's definitely something, Anyways, and
on to the next topic.
Definitely pick up Noctis.
Oh yeah, man, show that support.
There's a great line, and Play Arts Kai. You love Final Fantasy. Play Arts Kai, they do a great job. And let's go to Good Smile. Let's go straight to their Facebook where they announced it. Also, if you guys did not order your, Cheerful Miku and Cheerful Gigi, you guys definitely should go ahead and buy them as soon as possible.
I don't think they're going to be up for much longer.
Yeah. You can get them right now on the Good Smile site right here. The Mikazuki, the Gigi, and the Cheerful Miku. Definitely 2 things that are a must buy if you love beautiful looking figures and want to support a great cause. Both available right now. Anyways, going down. Anyway, there it is. This is I believe the 20th anniversary of Cardcaptor Sakura, and
Oh
Good
man,
Smile,
so sick.
who's been kind of shy about Cardcaptor Sakura merchandise as of like recently, because other companies have done scale figures and stuff, and Good Smile really didn't, and we now know why, because they were holding off for this. I mean, this Sakura, this new, based on a new illustration, this 1/7 scale Sakura is absolutely breathtaking. I mean, this thing is incredible. This is just the gray color one. It's not even the color one yet. And this thing is, wow. I mean, I have to say, it's probably going to be, I mean, this is, when you look at figures like this is the figure that's going for that figure of the scale figure of the year award, and this is definitely.
Oh yeah, there was nothing being held back when this was being made. This thing is incredible.
This is the illustration it's based on.
Well, when it's painted, I can only imagine it's going to be fucking breathtaking.
I mean, so what do you think, Rick? Now must buy?
Oh yeah, no question. You're a fan of Cardcaptor Sakura? This is like the piece to have. You don't want to buy anything else. This is the one to get.
This is easily the greatest, the best, most impressive, the most magnificent Cardcaptor Sakura figure ever made.
No question.
I mean, look, it is incredible. Very DX release. I mean, the illustration is breathtaking, beautiful. It is great, and we're getting more Cardcaptor Sakura manga continuation. Actually, for the anniversary, Clamp has come out and said that they're doing more Cardcaptor Sakura, like a sequel. So we'll see what happens with that, but I'm sure we're going to get a lot of cool Cardcaptor. Cardcaptor Sakura has been kind of on a high this past couple of years. There's been a
yeah, and it only gets higher and higher. It's weird. It's one of those things where you'd imagine like, like after a few months, it's going to die down, and we're not going to see as much, but it's only like more and more coming.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something that's great. Anyways. What is the next topic we have?
Oh man, probably one of my favorite topics for this week. At the Thailand Toy Expo, we saw the 1,000 Toy Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow synthetic human. Fucking incredible figures. They look.
Yeah, this was actually a big thing. 1,000 toys, or in Japanese, sen toys. Sen means 1,000. We finally This is actually a who are they collaborating with? Rick, Bait, correct?
Bait, yes, Bait.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Bait.
Bait originated as a clothing company out of the Bay Area. They were even from the get-go did a lot of collaborations with One Piece Shonen Jump collaborations, and then they moved on to Capcom. Did some of the Street Fighter series. Very, very, very cool stuff, and it did for the most part look like Bait was just going to be another one of those brands, but they've seemed to have really turned from being more than just street clothing and being about the collectible culture itself as well. They did a few like vinyl figures in the past that they weren't like super popular or anything like that, but they were pretty cool. And now, it's just looking like, they're entering fully into this collectibles range, And this is looking to be a collaborative project now with Sen Toys, and I cannot wait. They're local to me, so I'm sure they're hopefully gonna be up on display at their store. Maybe I'll go check it out.
Oh man, how far do you live from this place?
Oh, dude, it's in SF, so I'm only like 20, 30 minutes away.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always a lot of cool things going on at the Bait store. They always have a lot of sketchings and signings with the great people over at Udon. The Longvo, the Chambas.
Oh, nice.
Very, very awesome stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Bait is one of those companies. They do a lot of the urban clothing and different type of stuff, but they definitely are very rooted. The guys who obviously do the designs and stuff are very rooted in the fan culture, like Japanese anime and comic, things like that.
This is the kind of stuff that makes your brand transcend more than just being about clothing. You know how this culture can be, man. You know, one minute your brand is really popular, everybody's wearing it, and then the next minute nobody gives a damn about you anymore. You know, you get to feel a little repetitive, a little comfortable, and you know, you're just not as impressive as you were before. And you know, I see it all the time, but you know, Bait, you know, they're looking to be more than just that. You know, they're looking to be more than just about the clothing that they do, which is also great. You know, they're not looking to put themselves in a bubble. They're combining their passions together, and it's really cool to see.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely something you want. I've actually had the pleasure of meeting one of the head guys of Date, Eric Coe of Udon. Actually introduced me to him during New York Comic Con. He's a very cool guy and seemed very, like you said, very passionate about the stuff that they do. And he was actually the one who reviewed to me that they were doing the because I was there and I talked to him a bit about the because I noticed that he was doing work with Ensurgo, which is like one of the distribution for the Union Creative stuff in the U.S. And I noticed that they were bringing over guests, and we were like me and Eric were getting sketches, the like those Psycho-Pass ones and the Shingeki no Kyojin ones, and I got to meet this guy, and like he actually dropped the news to me that they were doing it when I was asking them, because they were selling. Fate was the one who was actually selling the New York Comic Con Synthetic Human exclusive at New York Comic Con, and they were selling at their booth. And I talked to him about a bit about it. He basically asked me what I think of Snake Eyes Synthetic Human style. And I thought that was really incredible. He's like, yeah, you know what? That's what we're going to be doing, a show at San Diego Comic Con. And I was just like, wow, really? He's like, yeah, definitely by then. And obviously ended up showing it even earlier at Thailand Expo. And they already teased it earlier than that a few weeks back.
Yeah, they showed the Arashikage logo.
And what's really cool, as in this description, I'm going to go ahead and read it to you guys right now. It's actually describing this. So this is actually the illustration they show in the teaser right here. This is the teaser they actually showed us. Well, anyways, the thing says, a project to resurrect an old generation soldier using his DNA info has been requested to TOA Heavy Industries from the Arashikage clan. After a successful DNA restoration close to 80%, the soldier was then resurrected using the synthetic human body with the restored DNA info. Even though the memory restoration was incomplete, the soldier became to successfully accomplish numerous covert missions on his own. In the midst of a rescue mission for captured engineers, the soldier is ambushed by a mysterious white shadow. That is very exciting news. Mysterious white shadow. That can only mean one thing. So we're getting another figure, obviously, and that's really great. Right off the bat, we're getting Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. So these two figures definitely must buy. And yeah, I mean that definitely. What do you think, Rick? Now, were you just something you're interested in picking up later when they were?
Man, 1,000%. You know, this is very awesome. I love to support Bait as much as possible. You know, last year at Comic-Con, I almost bought their G.I. Joe collaboration when I was there at their booth, but I ended up spending so much that weekend I just didn't have anything left. But you know, always like to show support, man. You know, Bait is doing really cool things. Right now there's a local guy who does sneaker reviews named Nightwing, who recently partnered up with a brand to make his own sneakers. And originally it seemed like they were going to be pretty limited to get. You know, they were only going to be online, but very awesome. You know, Bait showing the local love, and they're gonna be releasing his shoes there at the store. You know, I love what Bait does. You know, they've not skipped a beat, you know, in my opinion, and this is definitely one of the projects I'm going to support.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a huge fan of. I'm not particularly. I mean, I like G.I. Joe quite a bit. I guess I'm a fan, even though I never really grew up with it. It's not really a nostalgic property for me. But I'm a huge fan of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, and like these figures are like. I mean, I love Synthetic Human too. So it's one of those things where two of my favorite things, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, and Synthetic Human put together. I mean, definitely gonna be a must buy for me no matter what. And speaking of Synthetic Human, we're also getting these 1/12 scale Synthetic Humans. I don't know if we actually touched upon these.
We didn't really.
We didn't really talk about too much, but Synthetic Human, basically, a little history of Synthetic Human is it's based off a comic I forgot the author's name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Well, anyways, the comic Blame and the comic Biomega, they have these. It's way in the future, and most of mankind is pretty much gone. And basically, a lot of the world is basically these like synthetic humans, these like androids, and they're basically like the characters are in the series. I'm not really gonna. There's not really a big, description of the series. But it's actually the artist's name is Tsutomu Nihei. Tsutomu Nihei. He's created Biomega, Blame, a couple other things, and these stories focus on these synthetic humans, and they basically, you're very cyberpunk, like
Dystopian future.
Apocalyptic, pseudo post-apocalyptic, a little bit like dystopian society, and there's a lot of action, killing and zombies, robotic zombies, stuff like that. These like synthetic humans, they're like superpowered killers, and it's basically usually the main character trying to kind of find a reason that they exist, and questions a lot of your typical themes in this type of stories, which is why do I exist? What does it mean to be a human? What does it mean to basically be a living thing, to have a soul? And these figures aren't particularly based on any of his particular comics, but they're based on his design.
Yeah, very, very cool looking, and obviously super articulated.
Yeah, these figures are they're the synthetic humans from those comics, but they're not based on any of the characters. And yeah, these figures are super articulated. They usually do them as exclusives, and they're kind of notorious for being very difficult to get. Of course, the natural thing you do when you do these type of figures is you do them 1/6 scale. That's the most popular format for this kind of stuff. But recently, Sen Toys has acknowledged, how popular they are and how much people want. So they actually unveiled a 1/12 scale version, so you can have them, hang out with your Figmas, your SHF, your Revoltech, whatever, your Marvel Legends, doesn't matter. And it's really, really great stuff. And they haven't revealed to us how they're going to make these available yet, but definitely a lot of people are looking forward greatly. And hopefully they're not as hard to get as the 1/6 scale version. What do you think, Rick?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited for these. Again, the cool option is, hopefully Bait works a little bit more with Sen Toys and they start to sell these more in their store, because if they do, then, I can just go to the store and pick them up.
Oh yeah, man. That would be something that they definitely should do.
Oh yeah. Very, very awesome to have this stuff in stores. And, San Francisco known for people, looking for that good stuff out there, always spending the money, a lot of collectible stores out there, so very awesome.
What other topics do we got? Let's see.
All right.
Well, anyways, the date for Persona 5 has been confirmed. It is, I believe, September 19th. September 19th. Hold on. I work in the damn industry and I keep forgetting because we've had so many release dates being bumped around, so it's kind of. It is coming out this year, and it is coming out, I believe, September 15th. September 15th, I was correct. September 15th, 2016, in Japan. U.S. release date is likely probably going to be at the very end of the year, or possibly even 2017. There's going to be a special edition of this game, of course, because that's just how we do it. And can you believe it is the first video game to be the most viewed ranking on AmiAmi, I think. I don't think there's ever seen a video game number 1.
No, I don't think so. They're usually like the 4th or the 5th.
Yeah. We're clicking on it right now.
Those Archetype, man, have been on the 3 and 4 for a while.
Oh yeah. I mean, people want them, man. They like to make the naked versions. How people.
Yeah, and the thing with Figma, it's always what kept me from wanting so much of the SHF2 is that Figmas are very interchangeable. They're very universal, and figure arts aren't really that, sadly.
Yeah, well, the parts don't pop off as easily. And stuff, so.
And even then, the pegs are very different, or the neck pegs are very different. They,
Well,
they're
anyways,
not meant to be that interchangeable.
yeah, and they're definitely speaking of Figma, they're definitely get Persona 5 ones. So
Oh yeah, man, definitely.
So anyways, this is actually going to mark the 20th anniversary edition because it is the 20th anniversary of the Persona franchise. The first game came out around the mid-90s, the very first Persona game, and now we're getting the newest one, which is the Persona 5, which is now the 20th years later. Who would have thought 20 years ago, you'd be like, wow, there's going to be a Persona 5 in 20 years. Haha. Anyway, this is a pretty deluxe box set. We're getting... obviously, the Persona 4 game, Persona 5 game for PS4, the 20th edition and anniversary edition bonuses. We're getting a gorgeous P5 art treasure box, which is the box right here. We are getting the Persona 5 art book, which is right here. This is the book. Looks like it's actually kind of small, but it's okay. Anyways, we're getting the 20th anniversary all-time best album set of 5 CDs, so basically an entire super soundtrack of all the generations of Persona leading up to Persona 5. Probably all the best tracks, all the best songs. So basically, if you don't have any Persona soundtracks, this is probably what you're going to want to get. It's going to come with the game, so you don't have to worry about it. So we're getting game, we're getting the box, we're getting the 5-disc soundtrack, we're getting the art book, and we're getting special collaboration DLC set, which doesn't describe what that's going to be right here. We can go for the screenshots real quick.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Very cool right here. Wow, looks incredible. I've seen many clips and meetings and stuff, but I mean this definitely takes the cake. I mean this is really nice stuff. Yeah, no idea what the DLC is going to be at the moment. There's also a Amazon exclusive version. I don't think they show what the thing is going to be, but a friend of mine sent me a link telling me to go ahead and order it on Amazon because Amazon has a special version, which they have an exclusive bonus item. I don't believe it's DLC. I believe it's actually a physical item. There was no picture of it when I checked. Yeah, there was no picture of it when I checked. I can go ahead and pull it up right now, actually. Amazon.jp. There we go. This is a cosplay costume, but let me just do it because my keyboard is acting weird. Anyway, so there we go right here. This is the Amazon exclusive edition. Where's Amazon exclusive? There we go. Right here, Amazon exclusive. Yeah, this is a special item. Doesn't say what it is. It cost, looks like about $20 more, $20-something more. So yeah, doesn't say what it is. Possibly, something, but we don't know what it is at the moment. They'll probably announce it pretty soon, though. But you also order AmiAmi. It's actually a bit cheaper on AmiAmi if you want to get it on there. If you don't care about the Amazon exclusive item, which probably won't be anything crazy anyway, since it's more or less the same price. Moving on. Well, anyways, are you going to be getting, since you're being FF15, you're getting Persona 5 as well? Or no?
I don't do the Persona franchise.
Oh, okay. You don't want to jump in with this one?
But that's actually what I was going to ask you. Maybe the viewers can listen to people talking about this from one perspective and another. Is there a place to jump in? Is this something where I need to know the rest of it?
You don't have to. You could just jump in with Persona 5, jump in with Persona 4, jump in with Persona 3. If you can, I would recommend jump in with Persona 3. Or just play from the beginning. All the games are technically available, readily available as on the PSN network. Unfortunately, the second half of Persona 2, the remaster version, never was released in the US, but you can play the original version that was released for PS1. and it's more or less mostly the same thing. So
okay, well, I'll definitely put it in consideration.
but
it comes out so long from now.
Theoretically, you can just start with Persona 5 if you want to. But I would say for the current era of Persona 3, you can just start with Persona 3 if you want, or just watch the movies if you want. If you don't want to play the game, I mean, it's cool to play the game though. But if you just want, you can always just watch the movies as well.
Yeah, just for the story.
Yeah. So
I'll put it in consideration for sure.
Definitely a great series, man. Definitely worth checking out. What's the next topic?
All right, the next topic we're going to hit on is Civil War.
Oh,
it's now out. The movie's been released. Me and Kay have talked about it already. We think it's incredible. Go watch it.
It's a great movie.
What kind of,
best.
What kind of hot toys, Figma, SHF, or any other lines do we think is going to come?
I'm surprised we haven't seen a review. I was actually really expecting to come home from seeing the movie yesterday and just more or less get a review from Hot Toys already. But we actually didn't get a review from Hot Toys, which we might get one later. We might get one later still. But I was hoping maybe we'd see Crossbones, like a reveal of the figure, since now he's been completely, we know what his story and everything is, So obviously we're going to be getting some of the other characters we haven't gotten on Hot Toys, like Spider-Man, like who else are there? Who else are they not shown yet? I mean, Vision is the big question for me, because right now Vision, I just don't know how different he would be.
But yeah, he looks practically identical.
Yeah. Maybe you can give him different effects and stuff, and give him more sadder expression.
I really want that street clothes Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, a lot of people I'm sure will want that one. That's definitely going to be a fan favorite. And yeah, I mean, definitely for Hot Toys, definitely they'll probably end up doing the most.
Yeah. I'm hoping we see Spider-Man before Comic-Con.
I think we'll see him pretty soon. I think we'll see Spider-Man pretty soon, honestly. I definitely think we'll see Spider-Man pretty soon. I'm also curious what human civilian version, like you said, as you mentioned, Winter Soldier. I'm also very curious if we're going to get maybe a Steve Rogers. I mean, Steve Rogers runs around civilian, a Falcon civilian version. I don't know, maybe
Parker civilian.
Falcon, Tony Stark. I think we're probably going to get. I get the feeling we'll get one with that glove, the armored glove and everything,
and the suit,
for sure.
Do you think we'll get a Peter Parker?
Would be cool. I think the Peter Parker one, there wasn't enough Peter Parker to necessarily get a Peter Parker in this film, but it would be cool to definitely get a Peter Parker. If anything, his movie is next year anyway, so we'll definitely probably get one by then. So, but it would be cool.
And with the interchangeable eyes, you don't even need a second head. Save money for the for Hot Toys. To not leave it out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely a must. For the Figma line, I don't know. Figma, with Max Factory, they're generally not as completist when it comes to a lot of these superhero characters, superhero lines. So it definitely, definitely think we'll get Spider-Man. We'll probably get Black Panther. Obviously, your Iron Man, Captain America. We're definitely gonna get those. I know. Beyond that, I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
I'm sure SHF will give us a Bucky and a Spider-Man.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope Figma. I don't know what Figma would do, but I would really love a Figma Wanda. They always do the females the best.
That would be cool.
There is no question that anybody that has this license for Civil War is going to make a Spider-Man. So, let's just knock that question out of the way.
Everyone's going to do Spider-Man.
Everyone is going to do it.
Obviously, in the Mafex line for Medicom, we'll get a Spider-Man in there, too, I'm sure. We're going to get Spider-Man every chance we have to get a Spider-Man, we're going to get a Spider-Man.
Yeah, so don't worry, you're going to have a lot of choices.
Yeah, but as for, what is the best choice, you guys will have to decide that on your own. Yep. We've broken it all down before. For SHF line, like I said, I don't know what we're gonna get. They look like they're they're going more deep. But right now, they're still kind of on the Age of Ultron and just kind of dabbling with Civil War. So I guess it'll just remain to be seen. 100% will definitely get a Spider-Man, and he'll probably be of course he's going to be a regular release because he's Spider-Man. So.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Anything else we have on tape now that we're on the topic of Hot Toys?
Oh yeah, speaking of the Hot Toys, they also revealed the 1/4 scale Kylo Ren, and also Ep5 Yoda, and Ep7 Han and Chewie.
Oh man, those are figures a lot of guys have been waiting for.
Man, that Kylo Ren, so sick. I have the 1/6 and I love it. And that 1/4 crazy.
Which is something that you'd be interested in picking up?
I'm very tempted. I love Kylo Ren, so very tempted.
It looks like this one also. He just pull up a picture actually. Since we're actually talking about all this stuff, there's like no visual stimulation for the audience.
Oh yeah, you guys can check it along with us.
Put all this stuff up earlier, so it's all on their page. All right. Now look, there's a picture of the Samuel Jackson with the Nick Fury figure. Why not just show it off right now for fun? Look at that.
He's sick of not having more figures of himself in his motherfucking house.
It says Nick Fury approved. Mr. Samuel Jackson has received his Hot Toys 1/6 scale Nick Fury and shared his great excitement he has on his Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, Mr. Jackson, for sharing your joy and appreciation for this collectible figure. Wow, this guy's funny right here. Did you guys forget to send him one the last time? Because I've never seen him post anything figure related. It's funny. Well, the Superman, we'll go into that a little bit. This is a teaser for the 1/4 scale Kylo Ren. Looks like he comes with the very, very damaged helmet of Darth Vader. So
I swear, if this Kylo Ren comes with an unmasked head, I'm gonna have to pre-order it.
It's looking that way.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna be very complete because you only release one of these, so he's gonna have to be very complete, unlike the 1/6 where you can release more than just one.
Yeah. And here's the Han and Chewie episode 7. Looks like maybe his head sculpt hasn't been approved yet because we can't see a head sculpt. See, it looks really nice. He's got his jacket. He's got his, his blaster.
I don't doubt within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably pretty soon. Hopefully, it's a good likeness. Harrison Ford has always been historically has always been one of the hardest likenesses to do in 1/6.
Yeah.
As a figure, has always been difficult. He's got a distinct look, but then some reasons it's very hard to capture in figure form.
It's no different than for a while there we were getting really strange looking Hugh Jackmans.
Oh yeah, Hugh Jackman's not easy to do either. A lot of the time, they just started really to nail him now.
Yeah, they caught their Hugh Jackman stride now.
Yeah, so. And we got the teaser for Yoda, episode 5 version. This is one I've been waiting for a while, so I'm very excited. I'm probably definitely gonna buy the Han and Chewie and this Yoda, of course. I'm still thinking about the Kylo Ren if I want to get into the 1/4 scale Star Wars, but I'll probably get it because I was planning to buy the Darth Vader anyway when they did the Darth Vader 1/4 scale. They did that one.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks incredible. I mean, this was one of those ones we knew, was coming at some point, and it looks great. The iconic Yoda that everybody knows, from the original trilogy. Of course, eventually we'll also get the more action Yoda from the prequel trilogy as well. I'm sure Hot Toys will.
Oh man, I cannot wait for that. That's must pre-order.
This was the May the 4th reveal.
The May the 4th reveal.
And quite appropriate, actually. Quite appropriate as this May the 4th reveals the episode 5 Yoda bursting.
Yeah, very awesome.
They showed a couple of other things too. Like the things we just talked about.
Yeah, more recently, when I see this Star Wars stuff being revealed, they always steal my heart, man. I always want to just order everything. And, I have to pull myself back, Can't make an Ami mistake with Hot Toys.
There's a lot of great figures coming out for sure.
Oh yeah, man.
A lot of great figures coming out for sure, and it's so much stuff to spend that so many people want to take your money, and it's just
Yeah.
what it is. I mean, it's very tough these days.
And if only there was more for them to take, because I'd gladly give it.
Speaking of hot toys, looks like, as you guys can see right here, the Batman versus Superman. Superman has just been released, and it seems like people are very happy with it. You see, he's on a much buffer body.
Yeah, it looks really
He's got
good.
that stern look on his face, more stern than the original one. But there's one very interesting thing to note. If we go for the gallery right here, I'm sure we'll bump into, but you can see really stern look on his face compared to the first release from Man of Steel. He's got, obviously the costume is different. Texturing even looks even more
more pronounced
on this version, more pronounced on it for sure than the version. Look how muscular and powerful he looks.
Man, he looks like he can take on Billy Harrington now. hey, but nobody says he's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he can beat Billy Harrington, but it looks pretty tough. I mean, look, he's got that stern look on his face. It's a really nice figure. I've been personally debating it myself. I'll probably get them. This is, I guess, the Kryptonite. I guess this is the exclusive item that came with if you got the special version of Superman. Looks pretty cool, of course. I'll be honest, they put a lot of effort to Batman versus Superman base.
Oh, yeah.
Bases are very cool. These are cool bases, really cool bases. Definitely not going to lie about that. It's a very cool base.
Yeah, the display ability because of those bases is through the roof.
And Superman just looks, wow. I mean, the body I definitely prefer to the Man of Steel one. I like the stern look, but I like it to be an optional look. But if you have both, then I don't really see it being an issue. It's got that stern look. It's really that stern look.
I think if you go back to one of the pictures, there's actually somebody in the comments that shows you the exact moment from that look, and it looks just like it.
Let's go back.
You're gonna see it coming up pretty soon. Right there, looks just like it.
Yeah, you're right. You are correct.
And it's so funny because this guy's complaining that it doesn't look like it, but it looks exactly like it.
Yeah. I'll just so the viewers can see for themselves.
Yeah, looks just like him.
Yeah. It's got that stern look. Let's see if we can find that picture I was talking about. Yeah, there's really great photos. You guys can see. Looks like this shot right here looks like it's him.
Yeah.
Shot right here. Wow.
I mean, that's just when you know that you have the best figures. It's no offense to any other lines, but when you can take a picture of a figure and you don't know whether it's a toy or if it's a still of the movie, that's when you know something is where it's supposed to be at. That level has been reached.
Oh, there you go. The Jesus shot.
The Jesus.
The Savior.
One of the many Hot Toys employees' hands.
Oh, right here. This is the poster shot.
Yeah, like that one right there. That looks like him. It looks like it's a part of the movie right there.
It looks incredible. It's a great figure. I mean, the movie is not perfect, but I mean, definitely, this figure is incredible. And I mean, Henry Cavill is a great Superman. So, there's all the accessories he comes with. His base, the kryptonite, and he has 4 sets of hands, including the fist that he has on him. Really great texturing on the costume.
Oh, yeah.
That's his box. I think we're already back. I guess it didn't have that picture. Anyways, the picture was basically showing that the Superman, compared to the one from the Man of Steel, this one is actually shorter than
The picture was there. You passed it.
I passed it. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. No, there wasn't. There was a picture. I think of the other picture. Hold on, let me go back.
You passed it. And I was surprised you didn't say anything.
I thought that was the same figure, and he was just making the color lighter.
The height looked different to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm blind.
We'll go back to it. We'll just annoy our viewers. Right. This picture?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. This is different figure. Yeah, you're right. This is the picture right here. Yeah, as you can see, he's a little bit lighter. He's also taller by a little bit, by like half an inch taller than the Batman versus Superman one. This is it right here, and you can see he doesn't have as stern of a look on his face as this one,
more of a default look.
More of a default look. Which, I mean, you can always just pop his head on and put him on here. They're obviously the same scale, so he's a little bit taller. I mean, it looks good. Both figures still look good, but this one I think even looks better. Like that more powerful look. He's got that buffer body, and the fact that he's a little bit shorter just makes him even look more buff. So, yeah. What do you think of this, Rick? Yourself?
Oh yeah, man, I love this new one. It looks really, really good. Like I said, when you see these figures and you think to yourself, man, is this the person for a second? Then you know that they've hit their spot.
Yeah.
I prefer the newer one, just me personally.
Yeah, definitely. The newer one overall. If you don't have this one, and this was your choice, I would say definitely just get this one. You can only get one. Definitely.
And if you got two, nobody could blame you because you get two different things from both. It's good.
Yeah. So it works out. It works out for sure. Definitely a must get if you are a big fan. And anything else? Oh yeah, for the next topic, moving on from the Hot Toys stuff. We're done with Hot Toys for now. We have the reveal of Racing Miku 2016.
Yeah, Figma and Nendo.
Very interesting, this Racing Miku, because it's a much more tamer, more not as crazy design as like the previous few years.
Yeah, not as elaborate at all.
It's kind of
very
going
simple.
back to more the traditional Racing Miku, which he just looks like a race queen. Which, that's cool too. Sometimes you got to go back to the more, simplicity. It always goes full circle in the end. We went from starting like this to all the way to crazy ones where she's wearing like armor and stuff like that. But this one's much more of a streamlined, much more simple design versus previous designs we've gotten a couple of years, the past few years actually. You see it. There's the picture of it right there, right behind them. And yeah, there's the design right here. You see, very simple by comparison. And it's not a bad thing. It is cool. It's a 2016 version. I mean, she will probably go up for order pretty soon. Usually, how you get Racing Mikus is they're always online exclusives. But basically, what they do is you sponsor you do a sponsor one of their you could do different packages, like you just get the figure and just an Android or whatever, and then they'll send you like, you're basically sponsoring their racing team. They actually, Good Spot has a racing team in Japan, and you sponsor the racing team, and by being a sponsor, you can get like pick price packages where they have, the Figma and an Android, or just an Android, just the Figma, or both of them, and a bunch of other stuff. Usually the big ones come with like the jackets and stuff like that. They come with like the staff, the racing team jacket and everything, all kinds of cool stuff. Even foldable chairs and stuff like that too. So it was very cool. What do you think of this design, Rick?
Very awesome. It's very simple, and I'm more of a fan of stuff like this. I love the sexy, more elaborate as well. But this kind of stuff, it's very timeless.
Yeah, definitely a cool design. Nice to see it, go full circle. It's since there's one every year, there's plenty of space, plenty of room for people to have all kinds of different designs. Like I said, even those cool, crazy designs where she's wearing armor and stuff like that. That stuff's cool too. I mean, there's no issue with any of that with me. And even when they go back to this more traditional style, race queen type is also perfectly fine. So if you guys want her, and here she is right here. She's not colored yet, at least not the Figma. The Nendroid's already colored. I'd say if you're a Racing Miku fan, it's definitely a must get. And undoubtedly, we're also going to get a nice scale figure as well in the 1A series line.
Oh, yeah.
Which I've done one every year. And that, this year will be no exception. And I believe that is it today for the topics. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and ask them now. We will go through the email questions that we got. I think we got only a couple this week because we did an episode last week, so we didn't get as many questions this week.
Yeah, not that much time for people, but hopefully, thankfully we have some.
Yeah, but we did get a few, so we're definitely gonna go through those. Rick, would you like to go ahead and present the questions?
Sure. Let's do that up. All right. Guy just asked, I recently saw a few pictures of the trunks coming out this month. What are your guys' thoughts on it? And do you guys believe that we're going to get an upgrade of Vegeta on this body too?
That's a good question. The trunks is very good. It definitely is a very 2.0 approach. It is better than pretty much is on the same line as the Awakened Son Goku, which is a great figure and is definitely a notch or two above everything released in the line before him. It's got much more articulation points. It's got more joints. It's better engineered in general every way. I'm gonna see if I can pull up a picture of it.
Yeah, and the sculpt is sharper as well.
Sculpt is sharper. Everything about it. Ricky, go ahead and send me a link to the picture of it. Actually, I can just pull up one like that. I'll just pull it up right here, the community picture. Go here. Our friend Johnny Mechanic, who loves he's a huge fan of.
There we go.
Okay. Anyways, here I got a picture right here. Anyway, as you can see right here, it's just proportionately everything about it's better. It's got more range articulation. It's got particularly in the hips. It's got the midsection articulation, which the previous Saiyajin armor body didn't have. I don't think you can do Vegeta on this body just because he's too big. Trunks is too big to be, bigger than.
Yeah, it's too tall.
But you can certainly do a new Vegeta that has all these upgrades. Like have these new knees, the knees that are much better than the previous.
You could have them scale down this sculpt.
Yeah. I mean, they'll just do a new sculpt. They just use the articulation scheme, just do a new body. Bandai doesn't like to do, they usually don't. They don't. I mean, they do, but new sculpt would be better, obviously.
Yeah.
Something a little in the same type of body but smaller. It's nice that he also has the lines, the panel lines on the tip of his toes, instead of just being, on the recolored Vegeta. It's just like a different color. It's not actually, doesn't have that line detail that does right there. But yeah, I mean, this figure looks great. It's definitely a step above. As you can see, he's actually pretty tall too. It's decent height.
Yeah, I mean the bulk is not bad, but that height is it's too tall for someone like Vegeta.
Yeah. And yeah, this figure is just better in every way. And I think at some point, we should definitely get a Vegeta. I don't think it's probably smart to do it now, just because Vegeta premium color version just came back out again, and you wouldn't want to jeopardize the sales of that. But we are getting a new Vegeta, so this new Vegeta could potentially have all these new upgrades as well, hopefully.
Yeah, and I mean it's far away enough. We got all the way until October, so.
What do you think, Rick?
Man, this trunk looks sick. I can't wait to mess with that hip articulation and that ab crunch. You know, I can't tell from the sculpt, but as long as there's also a swivel down at the waist, that would be cool too. I mean, I don't expect to have that push-up joint again, which I don't mind because we have that ab at the top. But if it swivels down there too, it'd be very cool. We're definitely excited for it.
Yeah, that way very cool. It doesn't show. There's no pictures of his
Accessories.
other head, of the accessories and the other head.
Yeah.
We only have this one head right here.
I'm assuming there's not that many heads. I mean, there's not that many hands. Lately they've been a little bit chintzy on the hands.
It's because they want you to buy other stuff.
Yeah, they want to make them affordable, which is nice. There's positives and negatives to these decisions.
What's the next question we have? Hope they answer.
All right. Next question. All right. Let me make sure that I'm saying it right. Okay. I'd like to know what's going on with the Japanese yen lately. I don't really understand economics too well, and just wanted to get some peace of mind and understand why my orders are beginning to be more and more expensive.
Oh, this is actually a very popular question as of recently. The yen has actually gotten a lot stronger over the course of the past few months. It's basically went from it was a week, and it was really great for us because it was essentially like 119, 121 to the dollar. It was more in that range, and right now it's like in the 106 to 107. Even it got as low as 105 to the dollar, which is actually pretty bad compared to what we did have the past couple of years. Just these past few months, it's been pretty bad. And basically, what happens is just because there's a lot of financial crisis in the world. This is just a simple thing. I mean, there's a lot of other factors that go into this rather than what I'm saying here, but. There's a lot of financial crisis in other parts of the world, which is basically forcing a lot of investors to more or less convert all their currency into yen. Basically, what that means is basically all these guys are kind of taking what money they have in these other currencies in these places where the currency is becoming really weak. And they're turning it all into yen because the yen has traditionally and historically always been very, not like super strong, but it's always been very consistent. You never really go wrong. Yen never drops rock bottom. It never gets really low. It always kind of stays within a safe, region of a safe, amount where investors feel secure about their money. And when these guys are super rich, by the way. These guys who are converting their money. There are these huge investors who have tons of fucking money, and basically, they have so much money that when they convert all their money into yen, the entire economy of Japan is affected because these guys have that much money. And what happens is more or less is there's just simply less yen to go around. When there's less yen, that means the price of the yen goes up. And that's pretty much where we're at now. That the price of the yen is going up, and Japan said that they will intervene if it gets really bad because this is bad for Japan as well. Because when the yen is really strong, there's less and less exporting, and Japan does a lot of exporting. They do a lot of international business. So when you don't have these people buying from Japan, it does hurt the overall Japan economy. So they said around when it gets close to 100 yen to the dollar, which would be pretty much like 100 yen, 100 yen to the dollar, 500 yen is $5, whatever. They will come in and more or less print more money, create more money, and basically weaken the yen. You generally don't do that, but because it is kind of a international thing, it is kind of considered a crisis. They will do that. So hopefully that does happen, and we do get the yen back on track for us saving great money. I would say great if it sits around the 115 to 120 to the dollar. I think that would be good for us. So for us, anyway. What do you think, Rick?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why to some this isn't the easiest thing to understand, and just not being very aware of what's going on, it's easy to get confused or not understand what's going on. But hopefully it gets stronger, and if it doesn't, like Emiya was saying, hopefully the Japanese government will step in and help us out a bit, because it is not looking too hot.
Hey Rick, hold the show for a moment. I need to go do something real quick. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Keep the audience entertained.
Yeah. I mean, it especially, I'm sure to most listeners that have like smaller orders, it must really suck, and it must really impact the way that you buy. I buy larger orders, so I do get a hit, like $20-$30 more. But for these smaller buys, if you don't like to lump up things at the end of the month, this does really suck. And hopefully they help us out soon, because it is not a great situation to be in. And everyone just kind of patiently just looks at what's going on with the money every day. Someone like Emiya here, me, and Kevin and a few others. We always look at we always watch the currency rating and hope that it goes back in our favor at some point soon. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on the topic. Hopefully, either the yen gets stronger, or or Japan steps in, because it is not a good situation. All right, I'll go ahead and get started on the next question while he's in the bathroom. Although I won't be able to shed as much light as he will, the next question is: do you think that we will ever get more than just Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow from the Sentoys line? And if so, who do you think? Honestly, I don't know this company too well. I know the Synthetic Humans line to the extent that I know what they are. I don't own any. They weren't always the easiest to obtain. But I don't know this company like that. And most of all, I don't really know G.I. Joe like that. To really be able to give you a guess of who would best fill a slot and who would best work with their style. What are the names of those? I mean, I think they just have a vague name, like Red Ninja. Those would be cool to see. You can kind of army build those, and you could fit with that body pretty easily if you do a Storm Shadow. But aside from that, I don't really I don't really know the line that well. I don't really know G.I. Joe that well. I know it in a very small amount. I've seen some of the OG stuff, which is terribly cringe. And I've seen some of the Retaliation stuff. Nothing too crazy for me to honestly be able to give you a great answer as to what's going to come. Hopefully Mr. Emiya does, though. Whenever he is, back from the bathroom. All right, let me look into the audience while he's away at the bathroom. Oh man, we have Mr. the Johnny, always showing the support. Said, I'm certain I'd pick up a couple. I don't know what he was referring to at the time, but I'm sure it's about something that we were talking about. Back to the topics and try to guess exactly what he was talking about. You would pick up a couple of... maybe something Variable Action Heroes related, I don't know. Oh man, if only we knew what the great Johnny was referring to. Oh, the Naruto figure arcs. Okay. Yeah, man. I'm not the biggest Naruto fan, but due to friends wanting me to go to their screenings, I've seen a lot of their movies. I've seen pretty much every one of their movies in the theaters, so I only know as much as that. Sadly, I've never ventured into the series itself.
I am back.
Oh, he's returned, and now he can answer the question.
What were you guys? What were we all talking about?
Oh, I was just asking what Johnny was referring to, And then I touched on a little bit on the last question. The last question that we had was, do you think we will ever get anything more than just Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow from the Centaurs line? And if so, what do you think it would be?
That's a tough one. I think like other characters like Firefly or like a Zartan. Those would be cool. Like Cobra
Yeah.
Commander.
I don't know their exact name,
Mhm.
but you know, those red ninjas would be really cool.
I think they're just called I think they're just called like the Arashikage ninjas. I think
Yeah, those would be cool.
all red ninjas. It would be cool to get those. Those would be cool, like cannon fodder and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess the big question I always get, I've been getting, and then just before anyone asks it, because no one's really asked it yet. The popular question I get in regards to the Sentoys, the Snake Eyes, is are we going to eventually get a 112 scale version? A lot of people are asking about that, and I think it's one of those things that, as long as you know the interest is there, the demand is there, I think they will do it for sure. Safe to say.
Yeah, you got to support the 1/6 to get that 1/12. You know, if this doesn't sell well, then there is absolutely no reason for them to do the 1/12.
As long as the 1/6 does well and people want to see a 112, the 112 will be done. That's how I see it. I think they definitely. If anything, I definitely think there will be plans for it at some point. So I mean, this is an incredible looking figure. Definitely a must buy. The sword looks like this sword he comes with looks like the katana it comes with the synthetic human. Actually, he just put a Rashikage adult symbol on it. That's cool though. I mean, the sword already looked kind of like a Snake Eyes sword anyway. A very kind of high tech looking black katana blade. It's pretty cool though. Looking at it right here, right now. What questions do we have?
Yeah, we have a couple coming in from Mr. The Johnnies. You know, our good friend Mr. The Johnnies. Says, do you have any guesses what version of Sasuke the web shop figure may end up being?
I'm assuming will probably be a later version than the one that we got. Probably one that has a Rinnegan and probably the final battle version. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think, because the thing is, Sasuke doesn't really change looks too much. It would be nice if it's just a later. The look changes a little bit later, but it'd be nice if it was just the later version of the one that we got, but with like an improved head sculpt and possibly better articulation, things like that would be nice, with some more options that we all wanted for the first one but didn't get.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm guessing it probably is, but I'm not sure 100%. So,
all right.
What other questions do we got?
The next question is also from Johnny. Do you know when the next Medicos Super Action statue reveal will be?
That's a good question. I'm assuming we're not done with Part 6 yet, so we're probably gonna get some more Part 6 figures. We know the Part 7 figures are they're pretty much on the horizon. So we'll probably get those. We'll see more of those at some point. I think right now what they should do, if you were to ask me, I think they should do some new colors for the Part 4 characters. Just some of the more anime ones, particularly for Koichi. A lot of people want the anime color for Koichi, and I think that would be a very popular figure to do right now, anime version Koichi. Those colors, whether you do it as a limited release or you do it as a regular release, the point is it would be a popular one to do. I think a lot.
I've seen people post about it before.
Yeah, I think that would be an actual good one to do. But besides that, as far as new, we still need Foo Fighters. We still haven't got like a couple other characters from Part 6 just to kind of complete it out. Just to get everything. We still haven't gotten Weather Report itself, the actual stand, that we haven't got that yet. There's still certain ones coming. Obviously, they're going to be pushing their Tokyo Ghoul line. I'm really, really shocked at this point that Kaneki Ken has still not went up for. Has he went up for pre-order, Kaneki Ken?
If he has, I've never seen
I
it.
don't believe he's actually gone up for pre-order. I'm so shocked that he actually gone up for pre-order. A lot of people are waiting for that one. I know guys, people who love Tokyo Ghoul are obsessed with it. So I mean, they're
Yeah, I mean he's number one, so.
on it. So we're gonna go on it right now. Look for the SAS section, which is right here. And I don't believe he's actually been up for order yet. Nope, he hasn't been up for order yet. It'd be cool if we got some more Ajin as well, characters. It'd be cool if we got the human characters for Ajin. Again, still only Shu is still the only guy that we have in Tokyo Ghoul SAS line. I'm very curious how this one actually did, because like I said, Kaneki Ken is still not up for order yet. I was kind of concerned, like, did this one not do well? And Kaneki Ken is like, possibly on the the chopping block. I would hope not.
Yeah, like like why did you pick this first? Because now you may damn the line because of it.
Yeah, it's always one of those very scary things. So like I said, we got Weather Report the guy, but we still don't have Weather Report the stand. So I mean, that's obviously definitely still coming. We haven't got Weather Report the stand yet. And yeah, with Gucci came out, and we got White Snake. It's coming pretty soon. We'll probably get more colors for White Snake. I wouldn't be surprised. Like different colors for White Snake are coming. Maybe, I don't know. They haven't done any different colors for any of the other Part 6 characters, so no idea. But I think right now doing a Koichi with anime colors version is one of the top demanded figures right now. People want, and maybe some of the other Part 4 characters that we haven't got yet. So there's a lot of these figures are on back order on like you don't overstock them anymore. Yeah, but yeah, they look good. They look good, and hopefully we'll get some more guys pretty soon.
Do you think that if they did the anime colors of Koichi, that they would do the different hair of Koichi?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, the original Koichi figure has different hair, doesn't he?
He doesn't have the anime hair though.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the anime hair they draw a little bit differently. So here it is right here, Koichi. And he has his two hairstyles. His super version and regular version. But yeah, it doesn't look like the anime one. Who knows? It's possible. Generally, I know this for medicals, they don't necessarily cater 100% to the anime fans per se, but you never know. Yeah. Any other questions?
Well, let me go back and take a look. I'll make sure. No, I don't really see anything else.
All right. I guess if no one has any more questions, we can end the show right now.
Yeah, we'll leave it open a couple more minutes, and then if nothing else, we'll just end it off here for this week.
There's always less stuff to talk about. One, it was Golden Week. It was Golden Week, and yeah, there wasn't much news. We got some notable pre-order stuff. But this is one of the reasons I always say it's better to do a bi-weekly than to do a weekly. So
yeah,
there's just less stuff to talk about when it's weekly. So less stuff to talk about. Unless you guys like the short show, we can always do the short show too, like this. And we do weekly, we can always do a short show. But sometimes I like to do a lot.
It'll work out better bi-weekly because if we don't do one next week and we do one the week after, it'll work out well because the third week the fourth week of this month I have a convention, so I'm not going to be around at all to be able to do a show.
Oh, this is perfect. Then this works out.
Yeah, if we do the bi-weekly schedule from here on, like if next week we don't do one, then it's going to work out fine, and you're not going to be co-hostless.
Very good, very good. Well, we know we will always do a new do a new bumper and stuff like that if we do a new episode. We'll always make the announcement and everything. So, no more questions? Does anyone have any questions? If not, we will close it for today. Today's a shorter episode, slightly shorter, like 20-something minutes shorter. It's okay. Any issues you'd like to address, Rick?
No, not at the moment. I think I'm good.
Cool.
Oh, this is a question I'll ask because I don't watch the show, and it's we kind of spoke about it just now. Who is this person called Yukako from JoJo's?
Oh, Yukako, the schoolgirl.
Yeah, I don't know. I see her pop up on my timeline, like with pictures of her and Koichi.
She is the love interest of Koichi.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah,
I don't know this series well. It's just always crazy to see a secondary character get that love interest.
Love interest of Koichi. So, there's no SAS of her. She actually has a statue legend. I can actually pull it up real quick. You can see there she is right here. This is the color I have. I own the first color version.
Yeah, this. I always see her on my timeline with pictures of Koichi, and it always says Koichi X Yukako, and I just always wondered, like, is this just like a fake pairing? Who is this lady?
Yeah, a girl that's much taller than him.
Yeah, I see that in the pictures. She was like much taller than him.
And here's the alternate color version.
Both very cool.
This one's the scenic shot of her. I prefer the blue one. That's just me, but people like the orange one too. Both.
Yeah, the more standard version.
I prefer the more standard one. But yeah. It's something, very cool for sure.
Oh, very awesome.
Well, I guess if there are no questions, we can close the show now.
Yeah, I don't see anything else.
Yeah. So, anyways, we will come back probably not next week, probably the week after. Or whatever. Do you want to do next week, or we'll do the week after, right? Probably.
Yeah, the week after. I mean, we could do one next week, but it's gonna really throw off the fact that I'm not gonna be there one of the weeks if we do it that way.
That's fine. So yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it the week after, next week. So we'll see you guys in 14 days. 14 days, we will be back. Of course, if anything changes, the bumper announcement will be made that will confirm the release of the next episode.
Yep.
And hope everyone keeps sending in the questions, whatever you guys want to do, whatever stuff you guys want us to talk about. I'm gonna we're gonna have a couple other people on the episode next time. I'm not sure exactly who right now. We're still going to hammer that out, but we'll probably have some other guys on here to chop it up with us.
Yeah, definitely.
Should be interesting. But as of right now, this is it. And yeah, thank everyone for coming on. And hopefully, you guys be able to get all the stuff you guys want and everything. Any ending thoughts, Rick?
Drugs are bad.
Anyways, guys, you can follow me. I'm Starlock on Instagram. That's Cable2345 on Instagram for Rick.
Definitely.
Go ahead, if you guys are watching this, please go ahead and like the JPIA TV, the live Facebook page. You guys can post questions on there and stuff, and we can answer them on here. Not just questions for us. If you guys have questions for any of the companies like Bandai, Sentinel, anything Union Creative, hell, Medicos, Medicom, anyone. I do have contacts at all these companies. So you guys, Kotobukiya, Square Enix, any questions you guys can think of. You guys have questions, just ask us on this video. Go on our like page, like it, and ask the question on there, and we will do our best to relay the question and get an answer. We will have all the answers on a future episode.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So anything you guys want to ask, of course, likely if you guys are going to ask about, when am I going to see X character, that type of stuff. When am I going to see this character or that character? They may not answer that, but if you guys have like a question that is very specific, maybe why they decided to go with a version of this, or why they decided to do this, or what made them want to do that, we can probably get a competent answer from them that way. So if you guys could go ahead and send those questions in, we can relay those for you guys. I guess that's it for this week.
All right. Also, people, don't forget, last week, Billy scared everyone saying he injured his knee, but today he got the x-rays back, and Billy Harrington's knee is all right.
Oh, so, man, that's perfect.
Nobody worry, he'll still be able to pump his stick.
Oh, perfect. I'm very happy, man. He's living the Hollywood life right now, so.
Yeah, man, he's living the Hollywood dreams, Mr. the Billy Harringtons.
Very good, very good. Anyways, guys, we will see you. Thank you guys for coming on. See you guys next episode.
Goodbye.